If my brand is built off of what I believe in and what I'm truly doing, then I'll be good at the end of the day. If your brand is built off of... Good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, which means it's going to be a Sunday reset day. This is going to be a weekly vlog, and I'm starting on, I think it's June, I don't know what today is, let me check. It's June 28th and it's 8:46 a.m. So yeah, just took me a nice hot shower, shaved, all that good stuff, and then I did my lashes as well. This is the finished natural makeup for today. This will be my everyday makeup. Instead of bringing the eyebrow, you guys can kind of see it, it still kind of goes there darker, I blended it out. I'm trying to like change up my look a little bit, so I'm in love with this makeup. I think it looks natural, it looks beautiful. Anywho's, I already went and made the bed because, well, I was making the bed, and then I was like, let me clock in with my vlog. Yes, I have on an American Psycho shirt, which is actually one of my fall shirts, and I don't know why I have it on right now. It's just super big, super comfortable. Anyways, it's 9:55 p.m. I wanted to clock in with you guys and basically tell y'all what this video is exactly about. As you guys read by the title, this is going to be a weekly vlog in my life. Also, ignore all the stuff in the background. I know it looks crazy. I have to fold all those clothes tonight, but rest assured, I have gotten a lot of rest today. To be honest with y'all, that's why them clothes not folded, because I started watching a show called I Will Find You on Netflix like the other day, binge watched it, finished it, and then I put it back on again. Anyways, I've just been chilling and relaxing, to be honest with y'all, and cleaning up, obviously, like this morning. So my room is basically clean, which is amazing for me, trust me. This video is basically going to be a week in my life as a mom who is, you know, also again restarting her GLP-1 journey. I do use tirzepatide for my GLP-1, but I'm actually working with a different company now, which means I have to go through all the things like physician appointments and getting in the medicine. So I will be taking my shot for it tomorrow. I have PCOS, for you guys who don't know, which basically is the endocrine issue, a hormonal issue. Basically, to me, it's kind of like being pre-diabetic. So on this channel, I do make wellness videos, lifestyle videos, as well as I'm trying to get into tech a little bit, but that'll be in the future more than likely. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. You know, if I can teach people, I'm gonna teach people. So hopefully you guys subscribe to the channel and stick around. So basically I have some GLP-1 medicines left over, so I'm just going to use that until I can get my new GLP-1 medicine. I'm not a physician, not a doctor, nothing like that. So I'm really just, you know, following what the physician says. And with that being said, I'm a little hungry. If you're new here, I've basically been using a GLP-1 for like the last 3 years, and then I had got off of it and I gained weight back, and I got up to 194 pounds with gaining the weight back, and I'm only 5'3". I am very curvy. My weight distributes to my bosoms, to be quite honest with y'all, and my stomach, and I don't got time for the stomach part. So with that being said, I do take a GLP-1 to curb my appetite, but also the other benefits that it has for my PCOS. In this week, I want to actually use this vlog to sit down with you all and plan out exactly what my 6-month lock-in is. My 6-month lock-in is pretty much a journey for me becoming a better person, forming better habits. I feel like doing 75 hard, 75 soft. Y'all seen me try it and fail several times because I just feel like it's not needed. I think that if you actually develop you know, the working out and the eating right and making sure to pour into yourself every single day. That's the main takeaway from that. But I just feel like 75 days is just rushing it. And I feel like the rules, to be honest with y'all, may not be for everyone. That being said, I'm giving myself 6 months because I want to form these habits. I want to make sure it's instilled in me. And some people, it may take you a lot longer to actually reach where you want to go. So I'm just using the 6 months to not only lose weight, of course, which I need to do, but also I'm using the 6 months to build discipline as far as my finances and as far as my life overall, especially as a mom, a grown adult mom. Okay, I'm in my 30s now, so I just am using Sundays at this point to kind of formulate everything that I have to do throughout the week. So I'm about to go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna come back and talk to you guys and tell you all exactly what I'm doing this week, and you guys are gonna see if I actually do it, and you guys are gonna see me do it. That's fun. That's always fun. Are you gonna fail or are you gonna win? And we don't have any room for failure, so we have to win. With that being said, the first thing that I'm going to be doing is just opening up a Pages document and just kind of going through and put in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and next Sunday. I can do this all over again and just formulate where I'm at in my life with my finances, and also formulate what needs to be done as far as my weight loss journey. Yay, we are finally done. So it really didn't take me too long. I don't even know why I just said that, but it's always good to plan. Like, if you're more of a tactile person, definitely consider getting an actual agenda or a planner. And that's actually, I usually don't tell people my plans, but that's actually one of the things I want to do one day, is create my own agenda, because I am a full-time mom and content creator and musician. So just being able to balance all of that out, I think will be a really good ebook or a really good agenda idea. But anywho's, let's go ahead and get back into what exactly we have to do. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Obviously things are happening within the week, so I'll put that into my Apple Calendar. And one of the things I noticed that was in there was my brother's birthday. His birthday is actually Independence Day, which is crazy. So while my mom was giving birth, fireworks were popping in New York, which is crazy. But anywho's, Monday we have a workout. Have to get in 10K steps. I have to grocery shop. I have to grocery shop, and I do mine on Instacart, because y'all know the whole car situation. So I do mine on Instacart and just get it delivered, or we'll go pick it up. But right now I just have to get it delivered. I also want to post every single day on TikTok and YouTube short form. I was focusing so hard on long form content, but I never focused really on short form. I'll just do it when I felt like doing it, kind of thing. So I actually want to create short form every single day. And then I also have that physician consultation that I was telling you guys about with the new company that I'm working with. So that should be really exciting. That's going to be tomorrow. Tuesday, just 10K steps short form. Wednesday is workout, 10K steps short form, pay rent, collect stats on my body, because I like to collect stats in the beginning, in the middle, and the beginning and the middle of the month. I was about to say the end, but the end is technically the beginning of the next month. So I collect my stats as far as my measurements, my weights, all that good stuff on the 1st and the 15th of the month. So I have to collect my stats on the 1st, and I have to collect my stats on social media too, since I want to take it more seriously. I like to know where I'm at, what my audience is enjoying, and how I can kind of keep consistent on these platforms, because there's so many. You got TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. So I want to see my stats and my analytics around that time. I already did my finances as well, so I pretty much budgeted out all the money and finances and everything like that I have coming in from social media and other places. So yeah. Thursday I have to do 10K steps in short form, so it's gonna be a chill day. Friday, 10K step, short form, and something else. Not even going to mention it. It's just a personal reminder. And then Saturday, 10K step, short form, and it's my brother's birthday. So we have everything that we need to do. And I have to wear my Apple Watch every single day as well, too. So, yeah. Yes, ma'am. I'm recording.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Hi, everybody. I'm welcome.
Yeah, it's time for you to go back to bed.
Good morning, beautiful people. It's Monday, and I had a very eventful day already, and it's not even 8:30 a.m. So let me go ahead and tell y'all, yesterday I told y'all I had a physician consultation for my GLP-1, right? Why did I get on the Zoom? I'm sitting there for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? I checked the thing, and how about my consultation isn't until tomorrow? So well, first of all, I'll wake up early anyways, but today I was like, let me sleep in a little bit. So I woke up around 7, and I was like, what is going on? It's not until tomorrow, y'all. And I don't know, I'm just super excited. And I put it in my calendar wrong. So I wasn't thinking, and I was like, why aren't they on Zoom? What's going on? What's going on, babes? But anyways, I did take my shot like from the leftover medicine that I had today, like literally right before I started recording. So I'm just going to use that until I get my physician consultation and get my new order from my new company. I'm super freaking excited. Can y'all tell? So this company has really good reviews, all that good stuff, and I'm just super excited to take my weight loss journey seriously again. I have been on GLP-1s for like the past 3 years, lost weight, started maintaining around like 170 pounds. And then after that, it just kind of halted, but I think that it has a lot to do with I don't know if it was the medicine that I was receiving. I highly doubt it. I think it was more so I just got comfortable at 170 pounds. And I still have my weight loss goal of 165 to like 160. Because I think that on me, it might look good, but we shall see. We shall see how I feel once I get there. But by the end of the year, I want to get to like 165. And I'm just super excited because I'm more locked in now. So I started out when I wanted to start getting back on my GLP-1 and getting back on the ball at 194 pounds. And I completely just, was just depressed, was just stressing, was just busy and going through real personal stuff. So, it's not an excuse, but that's why I say all the time, you aim for progress, not perfection. Find what works for you and just keep going. I say keep going, not because it sounds good. I say keep going because you'll reach your goals quicker and you don't have to result back to the way things used to be, as long as you're staying consistent over a long period of time. So although I was maintaining at 170 pounds, I still had a lot more weight to lose, but life happens, and so I wanted to actually document my weight loss a lot more in depth this time, kind of like a documentary with YouTube and with TikTok. So if you're not following me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok because I put my short form content there as well, but I know I put it on YouTube Shorts too. But yeah, follow me on TikTok at Assata_Amani. I want to be consistent on there, or I'm going to be consistent on there as well. But yeah, now I am 182 pounds. I stepped on a scale today. If you have PCOS, a really good hack is to weigh yourself every single day. I think that everybody does things differently, but with having PCOS, it's kind of like your weight is going to fluctuate if you have insulin resistance. So just take the average of that weight that you got every single day of the week, and that should give you a good grounds of where you're actually at. Because our bodies, we fluff up, we fluctuate a lot. We're women, but we're women with insulin resistance. So Last week my average was like 180, and then today I was 181 point something. I had stepped on a scale earlier. So basically I did get down to 178, but obviously I didn't stay that consistent, and my weight is going to fluctuate, like I said. I didn't stay consistent with my meal preps and everything, but that's what we're using this week to get back on track with meal prepping, as well as making sure to not be snacking on carbs that are high in glycemic index. So that means no white rice, which I was eating, or no white bread, which I was eating, or no super sugary foods, which I was doing. Just doing what I wanted to do for this past week and a half. So we are back and we are better. I am looking forward to that consultation tomorrow so I can tell them my goals and they can devise a more in-depth plan with how we're going to get me to where I want to be. Of course, also I haven't been working out in the gym, like weightlifting, in the past week. It was just busy and resorting and falling back into old habits, baby, and that happens. That's why I gave myself 6 months, really in my lifetime, to be honest, y'all, but I'm documenting it for 6 months. That's why I did that, because if I would have did 75 soft or hard, I would have had to have all this stress on me. And like I said, I don't think that 75 soft or 75 hard is for everybody. It really isn't. It really isn't, especially if you have PCOS. But I mean, if you do it and you do it well, kudos and shout goes out to you. Me personally, it's just too much. 2 workouts a day. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, babes. And I felt at it. It was even like down to the reading. I was just like, I have to do this too, and a gallon of water. No, I'm good. So I just take what I learned from failing that, and I'm just going to implement different things in my day-to-day life to get me to where I want to be. All right, y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all. I did not do the laundry last night, so I have to do the laundry sometime today and finish cleaning. But I am glad that, you know, I washed clothes yesterday. I vacuumed. I basically cleaned my room. I just have to get these clothes up out of here. Also, if you are, you know, a PCOS, PMOS person who decides that they want to take a GLP-1, this is a no judgment zone, okay? Trust me, because I know what it's like to have it and I know what it's like to not have it. But with that being said, if you do take it and you notice, like, afterwards your area, like right now, this area right here kind of, you know, is kind of soft to the touch. It's not super painful or anything like that, or I'll be like, I don't know about this, babes. But I noticed that when I wear tighter clothing, like earlier I had on, you know, more polyester, more spandex type of shorts, and it was just like kind of irritating me, to be honest. So I put these shorts on, which are like sweats. It's like cotton and it's very loose. So yeah, that's why I put it on. It's because of the simple fact, if it's something tight in that area, for me anyways, it can cause like me to be a little bit, you know, irritated, kind of, you know, like what's going on? So I put on some comfy shorts, and right now I'm about to put on some socks and put on my shoes so I can get on my walking pad. Now I would love to go outside right now. I hate when it's too hot though. And also Aaliyah is asleep, so I want to get as many steps as possible. Who knows if I'll go out for a walk around the neighborhood later or not. But I kind of just gauge everything off of her. And then when I do go outside and take her, I like her to go to the park. Are these her socks? Or am I just putting these on wrong? I like for her to go to the park and enjoy herself. She's not going to sit there and walk 3 miles with me. You know what I mean? She's only 6. So yeah, I let her sleep, and then I'll go take her and go do something with her, with the intentions of doing something with her, but also getting some steps. So I do like to be intentional with my steps, because I notice like I'm so sedentary to the point where I just looked up my TDEE. You can look up yours, and I highly recommend, if you don't do anything on your weight loss journey, is to look up your TDEE calculator online.
And for me, my actual maintenance, since I'm so sedentary, I work from home, is 1,800 calories, y'all. I'm only 5'3". People think that I'm taller than what I am, and I'm really not. I'm only 5'3". I'm very short. Okay, the proportions is just right, but I'm very short, so I can only consume about 1,800 calories in order to maintain my weight, which means that if I do a caloric deficit of about 200 to 300 calories, my daily allowance is like 1,500. Yeah, and I'm not going below 1,500. Hell no. Hell no, hell no, hell no. Not right now, since we're like basically restarting and shit. I'm not about to go to 1,200 calories off rip. Like, no, if I want to do an aggressive cut, then yeah, I would take it down to like 1,300, 1,200. But I'm short, and I think a lot of people, when they hear like, oh my God, you only consume 1,200 or 1,500 calories, they assume like you're not eating. That is a lot of food for me. I just eat and eat and eat, you know, whenever I have those hunger pings and those cravings of carbs and sugars that I'm not, you know, entitled to have for my body. It's cool in moderation. But so that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be tracking on MyFitnessPal, and we're going to be tracking our food when we meal prep today. So let me go ahead and get these steps before she gets up and has me running around the apartment making her food and all this and all that. Yeah, let me go ahead and get these intentional steps. And I don't have a goal per se other than hitting at least 7K to 10K steps a day.
Really needed, girl. It be needed. So today we are going to be doing a vlog. I did kind of plan my workout down to a T because the discipline just has not been there. We had to make some changes this week. So I kind of did plan my week out, but like I don't necessarily like have no plan for this video. I'm just going to be picking up my camera and y'all are going to get it with me, and I'm so excited. Yeah, girl.
I walked under 20 minutes, but it was a good burn, and I plan on getting back on it later on today to make sure to get these steps in. But anywho's, it's time to eat. Excuse the freaking lighting in here. Y'all know I can't stand it, and the only other way that I can get more lighting in here is to buy 2 lamps or 1 big lamp to like softbox to go over there. But I don't like the lighting in here at all. It looks normal in person, but on camera it just makes me upset a little bit. Anywho's, I'm about to make some bacon for Lily, and then after that I'm going to be scheduling out in waffles for her too. I might make me some protein waffles because I need to start eating a lot earlier. But that was weird. I seen a flying piece of furniture. I guess somebody's throwing it in the trash. That was strange. Anyways, I'm gonna make bacon and protein waffles this morning to make sure to get in, you know, all of that good stuff. And yeah, the protein waffles that I use, where's it at? 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 This is the protein waffles that I use. It is Kodiak Power Cakes Flapjack and Waffle Mix. So I'm gonna get out my little Winnie the Pooh waffle maker, get out some bacon, and do all that good stuff. I would record me cooking, but honestly, y'all, I have to do dishes as well, and I don't got time to be doing all that, and I'm not liking the lighting. That's really what it is. It's really what it is, but I would record it, but it's honestly don't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm gonna try my best and actually track today on MyFitnessPal, which is an app to track your calories. So that's where I'm at with it. Good, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's July 1st, so you already know what that means. That means it's a brand new month, which means that we have to do our check-ins, our stats and analytics for social media, as well as my stats for my weight loss journey. I'm super freaking excited because although I kind of started in June, I was giving myself, well, I'm giving myself 6 months, but all the data and things that I was doing in June is actually rolling into July, right? So I like to do my stats, analytics, and planning, like you guys know, on the 1st and the 15th, like I told you earlier in the video. So that's exactly what we're about to do. I already stepped on a scale this morning, and I was 182 pounds. And you guys know I do it every single morning. I'll weigh myself so I can take the average, since I do have PCOS, PMOS. So I can take the average that I lost or gained throughout the week and kind of have an idea of what I have to do or what I have been doing that has been working. Okay, so I know this may be a little mundane for some people. Like, some people just kind of don't want to do your stats, don't want to do your analytics when it comes down to social media, and I completely understand it. But when you're trying to grow, you need to know what you've been doing that has been working and what you can improve on, right? And you can't do that without having some type of stats and analytics. So I just like to kind of make a Notion or a Pages document and kind of see where I'm at and just get to where I want to be. So right now for YouTube, as of right now, which is 210, it is 770 beautiful people that is subscribed to my YouTube. Now, of course, you do have YouTube analytics, which you can go in, which I highly recommend if you're trying to grow on any platform to look at your analytics. I know it's very scary. It's scary for me sometimes. But yeah, it's very scary. So I grew 79 new subscribers in the month of June within the last 28 days, which is phenomenal. That is really good since I really just started trying to grow on here. So with that being said, I grew 79 subbies, which my goal was to just grow 10. So I'm obviously doing something right. Also, if you guys are into social media or want to become a content creator, influencer, whatever have you, or just sell whatever it is, whatever product that you're interested in, that you have a skill set in, make sure to do so and make sure to look at these analytics. But I also have an ebook, which is a good foundation for that, which was always linked in the description, y'all. My ebook is in the description. So if you do need help or whatever, definitely reach out to me or just go ahead and cop the ebook. It's only like, what? It's very cheap, like $20-something, and you can do Klarna, like what? So I'm basically, you know, coming from a digital marketing background. I also worked in social media marketing. I've seen how much money these people were making, and I just wanted to kind of do it myself, but I never started taking it seriously until recently. So now I'm really locked in. So just to grow 1 or 2 new subscribers is absolutely amazing. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the content, and hopefully you guys are picking up something from what I talk about, whether that's wellness, lifestyle, or tech. Like, hopefully you're picking up something, or you're just feeling inspired and you're supporting me. So support yourself and just start looking at these analytics, because at the end of the day, I originally started YouTube because I wanted an outlet. I just always loved the camera. But with that being said, I also developed a lot of skill sets in undergraduate mass communications with multiple concentrations in TV, multimedia, and radio. And then also I got my master's degree in digital marketing. So I wanted to kind of share and help you guys along your journeys as well. I know this video is more about wellness, but I will be making more content if you guys want on this stuff. So within the past 28 days, my channel has gotten 17,794 views. So that's absolutely amazing. I think I'm doing well, but I can always be doing better. So I'm kind of just looking at where I want to go and formulating a plan to how I want to get there. Same thing with a wellness journey, same thing with a spiritual journey, same thing in life, period. You have to understand where you're at and understand your faults. Now, when it comes down to my wellness journey, I am not a perfect person. Every day does not look the same. That's why it's weekly vlogs, daily vlogs. Not every week is going to look the same. My life doesn't look the same when I'm on camera or off camera. And no matter how much I try to be perfect, I will never be perfect. I didn't get steps in yesterday. Didn't film yesterday, and yesterday was Tuesday. You know, the last time you guys seen me was the last time that I clocked in, to be completely honest with y'all. But I clock in with you guys because it keeps me disciplined, but also it holds me accountable. So no, not every week I'm going to lose 2 pounds or a pound, you know? So I just want you guys to understand that you have to be patient regardless of whether or not you're trying to grow on social media or you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, whatever the case may be. Life happens, things change. You may wake up one day and say, F all this. Okay, so I just like to clock in with you guys because of that. Because if I don't clock in, I'm obviously living life, but sometimes we do things or may resort back to the past, and I really just use these as documentaries to my future self. You know what I mean? So, and also to just keep going. If I'm inspiring you, I love that. I love that for y'all. Like, that's all I ever want to do with music or content or whatever have you, was to inspire not only you guys, but also my daughter as well, because she loves YouTube. She wants to be a YouTuber one day. But at the end of the day, I started taking it seriously. I'm going to be completely transparent, completely honest with y'all, because of the fact that I want to make money from this finances are a big part of everyone's life. You know, I didn't originally start because I wanted to make money. I started for the reasons I named earlier, but at this point, it's like you have to have money to live. I'm a whole single mom out here. Like I have to have money. I have to make money. If I don't make sales, I don't eat. You know, so it's just like having a 9 to 5 at the end of the day. And I think that people need to understand that. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to have money. Like, you need money in order to be successful in this life as it pertains to the economic issues that we are currently in as a country, as a society, period. But also, you just need money plainly to eat, to live, to enjoy life. And that is my goal now, is to just be able to enjoy life, provide for my daughter. So by you guys even watching these videos all the way through, you're helping me so much. No, I'm not monetized, but I will be monetized one day, obviously, with the stats going up. But at the end of the day, my brand deals, the many that I keep getting to my email, you know, my brand deals also help push me forward to go and make more money. But also, it's things that I believe in, because I think that people have this misconception that since you do YouTube or social media or influencing, that you're promoting things that you don't believe in. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who do, but I'm not one of them. I come from a background of realists, I like to put it. I come from a background of people who struggle to make ends meet, and I just don't want that for myself or for my daughter. And I want to break generational curses, and I want to do the right thing. So no, I will not get there because I'm lying or because I'm fabricating anything. I don't take a lot of brand deals because it doesn't align with my brand. Turning down thousands of dollars because it doesn't align with my brand. If my brand is built off of what I believe in and what I'm truly doing, then I'll be good at the end of the day. If your brand is built off of lies or anything like that, you will fail at this. If you're just trying to go viral all the time, you will fail at this. Because at the end of the day, if you're not providing something that you honestly, authentically believe in, it's not standing on anything but fabricated air. And what comes out of my lungs has never been fabricated. So with that being said, we got our views, we got our watch time, we got our subscribers, and I'm doing pretty well. I would like to see, if I'm at 770 right now, of course that fluctuates, that changes. I would like to see at least 800. Like, I don't have to aim for, oh, since I got 79 last month, in the last 28 days, I can go for 100 more subscribers, you know? Like, nah, like 800 is cool. Like, as long as we growing, I'm cool with even gaining one more subscriber this month. So my goal for the end of the month, though, because we have to be realistic, is to have 800 subscribers. And if I can do that, if you guys can help me get there, make sure to share, comment, subscribe, because it does help the channel. I'm not just saying this because it sounds cool to say. I'm saying it because it boosts my engagement, which means that more people who are interested in this will see these videos. Now, sometimes when I'm, you know, making videos, I get supportive people. Sometimes I get unsupportive people. That's cool. And sometimes I get silent watchers. There's nothing wrong with being a silent watcher as well, but just, you know, help the channel out. You know, at the end of the day, if you're gaining anything from this or you're just entertained, help the channel out and help it grow. So with that being said, when it comes down to the positive things and people who are on the same wavelength, I'm very appreciative. But with me growing, of course, I do get hate comments. I do have to deal with a lot of things like that behind the scenes. So with that being said, this channel is for y'all. Y'all know who I'm talking to. And if I have to deal with X, Y, and Z, the least that, you know, you guys can do as my audience is like the video. That's all I ask, is just like the video or whatever have you, or just show some support when you can show some support. Because at the end of the day, we all have our lives. We're all busy. I'm a whole mom trying to do this thing, so it is what it is, you know what I mean? So yeah, just like the video if you made it this far. And I'm gonna deal with the haters. Y'all know I clocks them each and every time, because you will not bring this channel down. You will not bring me down. You will not infiltrate my aura. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to weight loss and the goals for weight loss. So let's look at how much I lost this month, y'all. I'm scared. I'm not going to hold you because I haven't been meal prepping like I'm supposed to. I'm meal prepping today, though. I'm going to be meal prepping today because I'm seeing like where I really messed up last month. It wasn't even not getting the steps, which I didn't get every day. Or not going to the gym, which I didn't do every week. It was really just the fact I didn't meal prep, because at the end of the day, weight loss is about calories in, calories out. So yeah. And that GLP-1 is just a little helper, a little tool that I use to get to where I'm going because of my PCOS, because my weight fluctuates, because of the hormonal changes I have. I'm not, at the end of the day, some people come to the channel and they don't believe in GLP-1s. That's cool, but I'm still giving you the facts. Calories in, calories out, move your body. Like, drink your water. Make the best, healthiest decisions for you at that time. So, yeah. It's still the same stuff. It's still the same sauce. It's just some people have hormonal issues. You know what I'm saying? That can't nobody fix. Except the only thing that you can do, I'm going to be completely transparent, completely honest with y'all. The only thing that you can really do as it pertains to PMOS, PCOS is take your time, not stress yourself out, still follow what everybody else is telling you to follow. Calories in, calories out, move your body, and at the end of the day, as long as you're happy where you're at, but I'm not about to have diabetes or you know, like, I'm not about to get all this other extra stuff because somebody is like, oh, natural is the best way. That's fine. I did it. I don't think you guys understand. This is not my first rodeo. I've done this several times. It's just, I want to make sure to document it this time. And I want to do it in the ways that I know, using all the tools I have. Fortunately, I do have access to a GLP-1. So I'm going to use that as a tool to get to where I'm going until I'm confident and I'm happy at the end of the day, but also I'm in a better place and I'm healthier. So with that being said, let's go ahead and stop chatting about it. Let's go ahead and get into this VSync app. VSync app basically is connected to the scale that I have in my kitchen, have in my bathroom as well for my body. So I'm going to look and see. I'm scared, y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all. I got the app right here. I'm going to look and see where I'm at, and of course, I have to go step on the scale so it can reconnect, so we have all the data. I'm just going to tap it so it can connect. And now, as you guys can, hopefully y'all can see, it's connecting. So yeah, today I was 182 pounds. Let's go ahead and get active. So what was I? Let me go to data graphs. And I'm going to go to 6-1. So I was 183 pounds, 0.3 on the 2nd of June. Okay, so on 5/31, I was 183 pounds, 0.5. And yes, I do calculate the points. And then it looks like it started going down. 181. Oh, I need to go to months. I'm tripping, y'all. Okay, so from 6/7 all the way up to today, it looks like my weight was going up, and then it went down, and then it went up again. So this is me being real with y'all. This is me being completely transparent and completely honest with y'all. It looks like I was going up in weight in the beginning of June. Of course, with the move and everything like that, but also just, you know, like I said, it's a learning experience. It is a little disappointing. It looked like it was going up, and then it started dropping over the course of 2 weeks to 179.6 pounds average. And now I'm sitting at 182 pounds, which means it's going back up, and we can't have that. We can't have that. I refuse to have that. So what I have to do now is basically understand where I could have done better. At the end of the day, you can't take back the past. I think that's very important to understand. So at the end of the day, you can run from the scale, you can run from the graphs, you can run from the averages, but if you're not implementing the things that you know for a fact you need to be doing, that scale is going to reflect that. Now, what the scale doesn't always reflect, even though this is a smart scale and it's supposed to get your water and your weight and your body index and all, if you don't go and do an actual in-person scan of your body, then you never know what's really happening. That increase in weight can be muscle, it can be water, it can be hormonal fluctuations. Now we have PCOS and PMOS, so I'm so used to the scale going down and going up and going down and going up that it doesn't even psych me out. As y'all can see, it may be disappointing, but it's not psyching me out. I'm just like, okay, how can I do better? You feel me? That can be a little bit of muscle because I went to the gym. That can be more water because you never know. I may not have been drinking enough water. So also that could be missing a week of a GLP-1 or 2 weeks of a GLP-1. So also I did want to touch on that. I told y'all that I have switched companies, and I'm super freaking grateful and excited because I feel like this company is way better already. Like, they're on me. They're on me. Like, they're calling me, they're Zooming, they're hey, where are you trying to be? What are you doing? Like all that other stuff for like the past 2 to 3 years that you've been on a GLP-1. How can we make this better? Okay, doctor, on the phone. This is what we're going to do. Here's a game plan. Bet. And I'm a patient. They didn't even know I was an affiliate. I'm a patient. I'm like, bet. Okay, cool. Like, if that's what we're going to do, that's what we're going to do. So I have a plan, an actual plan. And don't get me wrong, like no shade to the other company I was working with, of course. But it's different when you have someone who actually you can feel that they care, but also a company that isn't just after money. A company that's like, where are you trying to go? How do we get you there? What mistakes and stuff, what was being done in the past? Where are you at here with your hormones? Where are you at here with your lifestyle? Like just different stuff like that matters. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and put that 182. Now, let's say, for instance, I lose about a pound a week is my goal, to be honest with y'all, a pound a week. So that means that I should be 178 by August. I was 179 last week. I already know that I'm gonna beat 178. Like if it's a game, it's a game, you know, but this is real life. No, I'm playing. At the end of the day, all I have to do is get down to an average of 178 by August 1st. And I can do it. I know exactly what I did that, you know, may have been a problem. And that is overeating. I'm being completely honest with y'all. And not overeating what you think. Overeating snacks. Overeating at night, late at night. Despite me not being hungry, me emotionally eating. That's why when it comes down to weight loss, you have to understand if you are eating because you're bored. You're eating because you're probably smoking and you got the munchies. Or you are eating emotionally. I think that all that stuff really matters at the end of the day. Like you have to understand exactly where you're at. And I just got an alert that one of my packages was delivered. So I'm about to go grab that real quick. Okay, I'm back. So yes, at the end of the day, I do have a hormonal problem. I had to go get my package, which was a moo-moo. I never had a moo-moo. So I was like, let me get one. So I got one off of Temu. But at the end of the day, yes, I have a hormonal problem, which makes me crave sugar, hormones, all that stuff, and helps me gain a lot of weight super fast. And sometimes not all help is good help. So with that being said, I am an emotional eater. You know what I'm saying? I eat out of boredom sometimes. And since I know that, I can do better in the future. This is not a race to see who can lose the most weight the quickest. I feel like when you're on a GLP-1, people are like, oh, well, natural's better, or peptides. And it's just like, bro, chill. This isn't a competition. Let people live their life. And if they feel like being on a GLP-1 is the best thing for them, let them live. Right now in my life, GLP-1s help me. So I'm going to use it. It's not a competition and you should not be focusing on somebody else's journey. Sorry. And at the end of the day, I do have to get under control my emotional eating and understand what my triggers are and what exactly I have to do better. So yeah, I'm pumped. Like 178 by August 1st. I got 4 weeks. Like what? There ain't nothing but some meal prepping. Hopefully consistently this time. And some water. So yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I already set my goals. Already did this, that, and the third. This is the end of the video. If you made it this far, make sure to smash that like button because you already know why. Leave a supportive comment or a comment period if you don't support it or support the channel. I guess leave that comment too. But yeah, thank y'all for watching and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.